What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. We have got 1 hour until the UK closes and only half an hour until our news event tonight, which is the CPI coming out right here. So I'm going to speed through this so that I can get it online before that news event comes out. I just very quickly want to follow on from yesterday's video. So if you didn't catch that one, be sure to go back and watch it. To give you a very brief overview, we had trap traders here. We were in this stage right here looking like we were potentially creating a trapping volume formation. Now, in order for that to have been a trapping volume formation, price should not have entered back into the trap trader zone. Now, we did do that, so that means it wasn't that formation. I had a feeling we were going to get this spike up that we got right here, but I didn't talk about it on yesterday's video because this is actually called I call it a final damage M formation, which is when the first side of the M is lower than the second. So normally in an M formation, the second side will be a lower high, but in this one, it actually creates a higher high. And the reason I had a feeling that would happen is because we came so close here to this liquidation level at 30,550 and we didn't take it out. And so we can see here in this wick that happened towards the end of US, that's when they went for it. So that was a very high liquidation level. They came for it, and in doing that, they released these trap traders potentially, but they then went and got a whole bunch more new ones. So traders who took long positions in this zone, for whatever reason, they are currently trapped to this moment. The price is then broken down through the 50 EMA. We do have that happening with volume, which is usually a sign of reversal. However, you have to be so careful because, like I said, we have a news event in half an hour. If we didn't have that news event, this would be a typical play because we've got a breakdown, we've got a retest of the 50 EMA, and we've got 1, 2, 3 touches there. So far, it hasn't been able to cross back above. And this level here that I've marked as 50% line, which is at 30,098, that is the line that I usually draw at the end of Asia, and it's basically the halfway mark between the highest point Asia went and the lowest point Asia went, and that usually gives me a hint in the either UK or US that follows on the same day will usually come up to retest that level. If price drops underneath, it will come up to retest. It usually provides a very good entry around there, and then you expect the next drop. Or if it's going the other way and price has moved up, it comes back to retest the top of it. It's a good entry and price shifts out to the upside. But we don't have a normal situation, so we can't really rely on that. So yeah, we have to be very careful. Really, anything could happen with CPI, but also maybe nothing could happen at all. So just a really super quick update. It's better to wait till post news than trying to get into a trade now pre-news. But ideally, if the news comes out and it doesn't shift price too badly and we do stay under, maybe we have a fake wick to the upside and come back under, then that should mean that this final damage M is still in play and we should continue to the downside. But yeah, it's really going to depend on news. And the other thing I wanted to say is that this whole formation here, if I zoom out on it, it's called a 33 trade here. So a W formation, you have one rise, no retracement, 2 rise, no retracement, and then in the 3rd rise you have another 3 rises. So again, I won't go into detail on that, but if you are wanting to learn all of these formations in detail, consider checking out our memberships because you get access to all of our courses with a monthly membership, and we explain those sort of setups in full detail. Now, the thing with the 33 trade, however, is that the first target afterwards, after you finish the 33 trade formation, you go into a consolidation period and then price will reverse, which has happened so far. But the first target is a 50 EMA, which was not a trade setup because we curved around, so the 50 EMA wasn't actually a good enough target to enter just off that. But the second target is then the 200 EMA, which we have not yet come to. So let's see how we go with the news event. If we do get another drop, it may come back to the 200. There is a fairly decent liquidation level there at 29,600, and maybe they'll come for that. Let's just quickly have a look at these heat map orders, which look, these are going to change as soon as the news event actually happens and the results are released. this, so don't rely on this. But we do have this here, orders at 29,600. Now that lines up with that liquidation level. So just keep that number in mind, but you also have shorts up here at 30,800. So they're your key levels. I'm going to cut it off here because I want to get this video out before anything drops. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and leave me a comment down below. And yeah, I will check in with you post news event tomorrow. Have an amazing evening.